at the Web Video Summit, so can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Jessica Kizorik, and I own the production company called Two Parrot Productions. I'm here as a speaker panelist at the Web Video Summit in San Jose, California, in June of 2007.
So you were just on a panel and giving some tips. Basically, there were tips on how to shoot better video. Why don't you give us some of the pointers that you were pointing out to the crowd?
Absolutely. So I was just on a panel. I was talking about different ways to shoot effective web videos that really communicate and hold the viewer's attention. So one of the first things that you want to think about is length. Keep it short. Hold the viewer's attention for the duration of the clip. You're better off having them be hungry for more than abandoning your video in the middle. Another thing to do is keep it really simple. You want the screen sizes are much smaller, the lengths are smaller. You want to avoid complex plots, avoid complex backgrounds. You want to keep your viewer focused on exactly what you intend to communicate. Human faces are really powerful. And recent eye tracking studies show that we identify and seek out other human faces first among any kind of image on a screen. So using human faces to convey emotion, to convey not only what they say but their gestures, their body language is very much a tool to effective communication.
Including tight shots and looking right into the camera, you're suggesting.
Including one of the techniques specifically that's being utilized for advertising and marketing over the internet is speaking directly to the consumer, looking them in the eyeballs, locking into them and saying, I have what you want, buy it now. that kind of interaction.
And that works for not just marketing, but any kind of personal videos or digital stories or citizen journalism. I think it's effective.
Well, it works when you want to speak directly to the consumer or directly to the viewer. Right. If you're doing more of a documentary, people telling their stories where it's not a call to action, it's not a plea for help, it's not something like that, then maybe it's more appropriate to have them looking off screen, to have them be involved in a conversation with an interviewer where it's a little bit more informal, a little bit more casual. So,
what about some of the other tips? You mentioned dramatic lighting.
Yes, using oftentimes with compression, details and subtleties will get lost. So use bright lighting to highlight the either the product or the face or specifically the item that you want the eyes to go to first. And the more high contrast your images are, the more they pop out from the background or eclipse the background, whatever the effect may be.
You said avoid talking heads too. Is that another? So how do you do that?
Well, you want to make sure that you don't leave. It's not just Joe Schmo talking and talking and talking and talking. That they're saying something that'll hold the user's attention. Otherwise, you're gonna lose them.
And last question: Why were you in Cambodia? What are you doing over there?
I worked for a project funded by. So I was in Cambodia. I returned a few days ago, and I was on assignment for a project that's funded by the World Bank, and it's a project that empowers youth through technology. So we're in Cambodia installing telecenters, which are internet hubs, so that people in rural villages can have access to internet and can have a window to the world that they would never have otherwise. Okay. And it gives them an advantage when it comes to occupation, like putting them in the global marketplace.
Okay. Congratulations. Good luck, Jessica.
Thank you so much.
Sit, CC, sit. Good dog.